Hey, welcome back to Big Sexy Chat. We're so happy to have you. I'm Crystal.
I'm Murph.
Yay! And we're just two rad fatties sitting around chewing the fat. Isn't that right, Murph?
Heck yeah.
And we have some amazing guests today. We're so honored to have Morgie Mone here and also Lindsy from Big Fig Mattress Company. And what was sort of the impetus behind this interview and us trying to reach out to Morgie is that probably like lots of you other fatties out there, you've seen this so cute, the most adorable commercial. Do you call it a commercial if it's online? Anyway,
Advertisement.
ad with Morgie and her husband, Pierre. That's her actual husband. And just being sexy and silly on the bed and kind of being naughty and just, oh, it was so good. And Murph tagged me. I was like, I know, we got to find her. So that's how this morphed into this interview. So thanks both of you.
Yeah, really happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
You found me. I'm so happy to be here.
You weren't that hard to find, but yeah. So Morgie, tell us about how long have you been like in this fat liberation, unapologetically fat kind of world? I know you're an influencer and you've been photographer and all kinds of other things. But like, when did you get into like the fat liberation side of things?
Well, I feel like as a lifelong fat girl, I've been in my fat liberation era for almost 3 decades. Because the way that my mom raised me was to be very, very confident and proud of my appearance, even if it was self-motivated, because she told me every time you step out of the house, how you look reflects me. So we're going to keep it together, girl, no matter how you look. So even though there were always comments about my size and different things like that, she instilled in me to be confident always. And that translated throughout my academic years in school through college. Like I was homecoming queen, and I was just determined to show up and take up space because I already did physically in every space I stepped into. The only space I didn't really occupy was the internet. And so back in, I think it was 2021, I was trying to rediscover myself after having my second child. I just felt like just out of my body, and I was feeling a bit depressed, and my confidence took a big hit recovering from my cesarean. And yeah, I just was out of touch. So I decided I was going to start taking more pictures of myself and showing up more for me, and share that with the world. And if other people who found it, that they connected with it or that it resonated, then that was just a bonus. But really, it was like a selfishly motivated thing. Like I was like, girl, you got to get your mojo back. And once I seen how impactful it was for other women of size, people of size that saw themselves in me, I was just like, baby, I got to keep it going, because we need to free all the fatties, baby, because life
Exactly.
is better liberated.
Yes. I'm going to take a pause. I'm hearing something like maybe, I don't know. What are you hearing, Ashley and Murph? I hear something like in the background. Maybe it's my dishwasher. No, so actually it's finished. Are anybody else hearing echo?
Is it when I talk?
No.
I'm hearing it on Crystal's side.
Is it? Are you? I haven't touched mine since last one. Yeah, it sounds all like I just hear like something kind of like a wire or something like moving around, but I don't hear the echo. So I'm on the
It could be because my AC is not completely turned off, so I'll close the vent in my room. I'm in Texas. It's been like 100 degrees plus every day, so
I'm not hearing it when you talk though, Morgie. I think
it's me.
yeah, I'm hearing it when Crystal talks.
What if I get off my Ethernet and get onto my Wi-Fi? I know. Our AC just clicked off too. Maybe is that any better, Ashley? Okay.
Okay.
All right then. Okay. Cool.
I just didn't want that to interrupt any.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you. All right, then we'll just pick up. I'll pick up with where Morgie left off. Just we're gonna liberate everybody, all fatties, and then I'm gonna ask y'all about Big Fig. Okay. Totally, I totally understand and 100% agree with you, Morgie. I think we have to liberate every person of size. We have to just stop apologizing for taking up space and just live unapologetically. And I could see you're doing that through all of your YouTube, your Instagram, your Facebook, your website. It's really exciting and inspirational to me as another fatty and another business owner and podcaster.
Yeah, and that was one of the primary goals that emerged through this self-love journey was realizing that I wanted to normalize fat bodies doing things. I wanted to normalize people seeing fat bodies being loved on publicly in intimacy because I know growing up, I was desired by many guys, but there was always like this public shame around liking a bigger girl. So I was like, no, I'm going to show y'all how my man loves me publicly from head to toe. Y'all are going to watch him massage my body. Y'all are going to watch us hug, us kiss, grab rolls, whatever. I wanted the world to see fat bodies love themselves, practice self-care, have kids, be successful in business. Like I just wanted to live and show that it's okay to be visible while you're fat because I feel like that's something that the media and westernized beauty standards
Ugh.
just encourages like thinness as if that's something to strive towards. And one of the primary comments I receive all the time is, oh, you're so
Brave.
confident. You're so brave. If confidence was a person, and I'm like, ma'am, I'm just trying to show the new shoes I got. Like, it don't gotta be all that, but
Yeah.
people are learning.
So I want to know, and maybe Lindsay, you can answer this part. How did y'all find Morgie? How did y'all come up with this particular concept that's so adorable and playful and fun and just catches everybody's eye? What came first, Morgie or the idea? How did y'all do that?
Yeah, so we as a brand, right? We sell mattresses, that's what we do. But as a company, we really want to be more of a lifestyle brand and this safe place for, people of all sizes, but specifically people living in bigger figures to just exist and be celebrated and feel like safe. And so we want to have those different conversations, and we started talking about all these comments we'd get on our social posts about, hey, is this going to hold up to sex? And it started being amusing, right? We're like, oh, I mean, yeah, we will have at it. And then the more we got to talk about it, we're like, wait, nobody else is having this conversation. Nobody else is saying, hey, fat people have sex too. And that's amazing. Like, get it. And so we put together this whole social campaign, and then we went to seek out these influencers that were totally cool putting it all out there and being like, yeah, we have sex too, and it's freaking great. Like, we're gonna have at it. And that's where Morgie really came in, and I mean, she delivered above and beyond with her content, and the content she gave us and the vibe and the energy. I mean, we took that content, we shared it organically, and then we turned it into ads, because how can you not? Like,
I want to
Love
share.
it.
I want to share. I do too. Absolutely. I want to share a little story though. So I was looking for a mattress. Probably about 6 years ago, and I had asked some questions online. Like doing the whole look at every brand, that kind of thing. And Big Fig had, I think, just started at that point. So maybe it was a little bit longer back, but I was like, man, maybe this mattress company, and okay. And then I just have to applaud you for your marketing and for choosing such an enthusiastic model, because if that had been available back then when I initially was looking for a mattress, it would have been Big Fig immediately, because it speaks to our community in a way that nobody has spoken to them before. Like, the second that my mattress is done, it will be a Big Fig, period. Like the, that's just so cool. And it really speaks to not only Morgie as an influencer and just being so into the, like, I want to show you how cool it is to be me. And then Lindsy recognizing, hey, like we need to have this conversation. Nobody else is having this conversation. And we can do this in a way that engages people. I just kudos. Like I can't even, I would give you a standing ovation, honestly. Like it's phenomenal.
Thank you. And we're going to keep having these conversations as a brand. And, we loved Morgie and we will keep including people like Morgie in these kinds of things. But we're just, our goal right now is, yes, get people better sleep, get them on our mattress, but let's just keep having these conversations. And it's one of those things that we take very seriously as a brand. We've got an entire advisory board called the Collective that is entirely dedicated to having these conversations. Off topic just slightly, but we're doing one right now about fat representation in the media, and the Collective members are posting about really good and really shit representation of fat people in the media, and stories that instead of centering around being a human, they're centering around somebody's weight. And why is that the case? But we started with such a fun concept, like fat people have sex too, and it went so well, and we're like, great, people want to have these conversations. Let's enable it. Let's go for it. And I can't tell you, the comments I read on Morgie's content all the time are just absolutely my favorite, because they see that love, they see that authentic desire, that little bit of kink and smirk, and very I call it the Mae West. Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Like, there's all
exactly.
that with Morgie's content, and I love it.
I love it too. Murph, you were wondering about first of all, why do people think fat people don't have sex? We have a lot of sex. I mean, a lot, and really good sex. And we use sex toys and all kinds of kinky stuff. And some of us are kinky, some of us are vanilla. We do it all. But you were asking me, I wonder, what positions have they found that work well with the new bed? And Morgie, you have the bed and the what do you call underneath the bed? The base.
Oh, the adjustable base.
Right. And you have some of the accessories, sheets and stuff too. But do you mind telling us, I'll let Murph ask the question.
I would love to know if there's a specific sex position that really you just the mattress is the perfect base for that, is there, I'm thinking okay, knees usually kind of dig into the mattress for most people, so maybe doggy style would be difficult, or so is there one that stands out for you?
So many great things. But the mattress all on its own, when the adjustable base is in the flattened position, is so supportive that I'm literally able to ride with confidence, and it gives me enough support where my partner doesn't sink down too low, so I'm able to achieve orgasm, which is always chef's kiss. And when it comes to adjusting it, being able to adjust the lower part of the base for missionary and have my pelvis kind of tilted creates deeper penetration, a whole nother experience with my partner. Also, using that same lift to do doggy is amazing, because I don't have to prop myself up as much, and I can give my arms a rest and still have a good time. So I love that. I just feel like it took our sex life to the next level, because before we were already really active, right? But we have literally broken. It has to be at the minimum 4.
Oh, I've been there, done
bed
that.
frames. And we were on a mattress prior to the Big Fig that literally had the springs about to pop through. So I love, Murph, that you brought up Big Fig's advertising, because I actually, before they reached back out to me months prior, I hit them in the DMs, and I was just like, y'all, I need help. When I seen one of their other influencers promoting the mattress, and I was like, a mattress for big bitches? What? I was so excited, and I was telling my husband, like, I was complaining to him on the verge of tears because I felt like I wasn't getting a good night's rest and sex wasn't as enjoyable. We literally started fucking on the floor because I was like, at least I know I'll be supported.
We recommend that a
um,
lot on our show. We tell people just move to the floor or move to the couch because otherwise everybody goes sinks in
right, and we
and
start thinking.
you get impaled.
Right, right. It's so I was like, life has to be better than this. So when I seen them, I had hoped to work with them on the influencer side of things because I felt like everybody needed to know about this. But even had they not, I still would have invested my own funds and have recommended it to friends, family, and beyond because I truly believe in what Big Fig is doing and how it changed my life. Literally, I cried after my first night's rest on it because I was just like, I didn't realize how much sleep I wasn't getting, restful sleep. So that's kind of like veered off topic, but it's changed my life, y'all. So
That's
I'm
perfect.
gonna always sing Big Fig's praises.
Yeah, that's perfect. Actually, I want to ask you. I know you and I talked about this a little bit on the pre-interview, but we have. I'm a larger person. My partner's not. I know you two are both different sizes. Do we think the mattresses are going to wear the same on both sides of the bed? Do you guys switch it up? How do you do that to keep the bed from not? And maybe that's something Lindsay can speak to.
I'll say in my personal experience having it, the bed has worn pretty evenly on both sides. And another question I get a lot is whether or not the mattress is comfortable for thinner bodies. And my partner, he absolutely loves it. Like he has no complaints. He sleeps like a baby on it. And he's literally half my size. So we do the recommended maintenance of like rotating the mattress around every few months, but outside of that, like I can sleep on either side and I don't feel any noticeable dips or sags. Yeah, and I spend a lot of time in that bed. Sometimes I work from the bed.
I
Lindsay, do you have anything to add to that?
Honestly, I mean, Morgie's a pro. She knows the deal. You know, we don't flip the mattress, but as long as you rotate it once in a while, just I mean, honestly, that's mattress care for most things, just
Yeah.
so that it does wear evenly. But we put it through the ringer for 20 years of testing, so you shouldn't get a lot of wear and tear, no matter what your size on either side. And it's we've got a lot of mixed size couples on the mattress that
Hmm.
say like, oh, my smaller partner is fine, it just feels a little bit firmer for them, they like a firmer mattress, it's fine. But we've had other couples where they just go and buy like a half sized foam topper and the smaller person gets a little more cushion on the foam topper because the bigger figured partner just needs the support and they make it work. So we've had it both ways, but yeah, it's not uncommon for us to hear that straight sized people are perfectly fine on the mattress because it is a firmer mattress but with better material inside of it to hold up, and that's really the difference.
Lindsay, I neglected to tell our audience who you are and what you do for Big Fig. So would you mind doing a little introduction?
Yeah, sure. So I am the marketing director of Big Fig, and I've been with the company a couple of years now. And so it's, I mean, really just my job to make sure people know we exist. Because, like Morgie said, she saw an ad and went, oh, God, there's something for me. And I think people take for granted that mattresses are just all the same. There's a million of them. They all come in a box, and you can get them off the internet or you can get them off, your local furniture store. And we're out here doing something different and serving a need a lot of people know exists because they know their sleep sucks, but they don't know there's an option to fix it. And so my whole job is, hi, we're here for you.
What about if bodies run hot? How does it is it able to handle the hot bodies, the heat from our body?
Yeah, technical answer is yes. We've got something called thermogel that is infused through the top of our mattress, and we actually infuse it through our mattress protector as well. Because just best practice is always to put a mattress protector. Nobody knows what pets, kids, whatever are going to happen on a mattress. And it actually helps cool your body down. Morgie can speak better to how that feels in practice because she's on one. But we focus on things that bigger bodies tell us they deal with when they sleep, and hot, and sleeping hot is one of them. So the mattress protector, the sheets, all of it has cooling elements because we want everyone to get that really refreshed night's sleep.
I want to ask Morgie how she deals with the negative comments that come. And I do see y'all's feed, and it looks really, really good. There's so much more good than bad. But is it hard when you see some negative crap, Morgie? Are you okay with that? Can you handle it? Are you built for that kind of thing?
You know, I don't know if anybody is built for being ridiculed or criticized. However, I think once you realize that most people's negative comments are just projections of their own insecurities, then you you can free yourself from it. And also, I love that the different social media platforms that I'm on do have automated tools to help with trolls and different people who will say really harmful, fucked up things. I think the only things that really like hit a nerve are when people speak to the type of mother I am or try to attack like my children or my life's longevity. Like people will go low when they feel like an elephant or a pig emoji won't hurt you. They'll try to like attack your inner essence and being. And I think that that's really low. But thankfully they're like a quick hop, skip, and a block away. So I'm able to navigate it with ease. I will say that my experience on TikTok versus Instagram versus Facebook with commenters has been vastly different. Like TikTok is an overwhelmingly like supportive communal place where you may have some people who I perceive as like younger people try to get a joke off, but like on the whole, people are so supportive. On Instagram, the support is pretty balanced and even, but you don't have people saying horrendous things. But on Facebook, it's like they don't give a damn. And so I have to moderate my comment section on Facebook a lot more often, but I moderate all of them just because on my platforms I aim to create a safe space for bodies of size, women, people of color, black people, black women, and I'm at the intersection of all of those things. So I don't, even though I know that I've found ways to mitigate and manage the impact that their words may have, other people may not. And I get DMs all the time where people they tell me that they're happy to see me sharing in this way, but they're afraid to because of how they may be attacked by other people for just showing up fat and existing.
Oh
So
yeah.
it can be really, really challenging if you already are dealing with some deep rooted insecurities and you try to put yourself out there only for some random asshole to come around and say whatever can be said.
First of all, hashtag old fatty. Fat people live to be 100 years old too. And what I like to say, because I've been through it all, y'all, in the last 10 years, and Murph can attest to that. I was trolled by the fit mom in Sacramento. But if you're not feeding me, funding me, or fucking me, I don't really give a shit about your opinion. It's just how it is.
Period.
So
I want to say on the balance of all that negative stuff, I love seeing people comment about not only just amazing things about your personality and your enthusiasm and just how much fun you're having, but they talk about, oh, I love the mattress, or oh, I want that mattress, but there are just as many, I want that relationship.
Yeah.
And so I think that really speaks volumes, just the fact that you feel comfortable with your partner and doing all those, having fun, having a good time, showing that to everybody. And the look is, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, I'm living my best life right now.
Yeah.
And I think that really comes across. And so I love seeing just the positivity about not only just your vibe, but also your relationship. And I think that it speaks volumes to people.
Yeah, because I realized that one of my earlier videos was my husband, or actually my first viral video on social media ever was my husband bleaching my hair blonde. And I used like a salacious title, like, I trusted my husband to bleach my hair. Here's what happened, to draw the people in. And once they seen our dynamic and how we like to have fun, I realized, I was like, people, whether they are a person of size or not, like, they love to see love and relationships. And the added bonus of me being like a plus size Black woman is just chef's kiss on top of everything. So once I started creating more, I don't even like to say creating. It's more so sharing, because I'm really big on authenticity. So every time I showed up with my partner, it was because it was a reflection of how we actually live and love in our marriage and relationship. It helped a lot of people to realize that they wanted to deepen their intimacy and connection with their partners. So some people think, oh, I've had negative commenters say things like, you're trying to normalize or make fat bitches think that being loved and being chosen is normal, and it's not. You're setting their expectations too high. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, you're wrong. Like, being loved like this is possible. Like, I know for a fact within my families, I have plenty of aunties, grandmas, and beyond that are women of size and are in lifelong marriages and getting loved down and well taken care of. So this narrative that because you're a fat woman, you should lower your expectations
Hell no.
and not be loved on to the highest tier is just a fucking lie.
Yeah.
And I want all people with their partners to strive to have healthy, loving relationships. And even in some of my lives with my partner, I talk about just as much as I'm loved on, we argue just like any other
Sure.
couple, but there's enough security in our relationship where I feel comfortable showing up in this way with him publicly.
Yeah,
And I love that people get to see us. I love
I
that
do
people get
too.
to see me.
Yeah. Never settle. Anybody who's listening to this, never settle. If you have any funny stories or crappy stories you want to tell us about, you can email them to us at sexy@bigsexychat.com. But Morgie, I'm going to guess that people are telling you that you are glorifying obesity.
Oh, that's been commented hundreds, if not thousands of times. And I'm not sure where people draw that from, because on any content where I've ever seen that comment made, I've never seen the person of size going and saying, hey, yeah, make sure you fatten yourself up so you can X. It's more so like, hey, I'm fat, but I'm living anyway. Even if you try to shame me into hiding, I'm living anyway. And I guess just by taking up space and being visible, it's supposedly glorifying obesity. And you just gotta drown out the noise, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I completely agree. Lindsay, speaking of like having to kind of monitor and moderate the the big fig. I almost said the big sexy fig. Oh hey. I don't see negative comments on the big fig ads, and I love that, because I know somebody is on a just constant basis. Delete, delete, delete. So please explain.
Oh, yes. So myself, my team, our customer support team, we are in our management tool daily, hiding, deleting, and occasionally verbally eviscerating the trolls, because sometimes it's fun to just ask for the address of the bridge they live under.
Oh.
And the number of times I've referenced someone's mama's basement. I have a capacity. I am a good and loving person, but it goes so far. And every once in a while, I think it's real healthy to leave one comment up with a real good response to remind people that we are an inclusive space and a safe space. And if you're new here and you don't know that, please allow us to educate you on what is and isn't tolerated on the Big Fig pages and the Big Fig advertisements. And that goes for comments on fatness, on sexuality, on any representation of love or marginalized communities. We are an inclusive brand, and we've been called woke, and we've been called, glorifying obesity. We've been accused of, just all sorts of stupidity, honestly. And And our greatest joy is to sit there and remove it so that people don't see it, and occasionally take a swing at people because we can.
I think that's sort of what Morgie was referencing too. When you have a space, you have to keep track of it because other people come there that might not be like where you are, and you know, got to make sure we protect those people too. Maybe young people, older people, people who are, you know, feeling really crappy that day. We have to get rid of those trolls. And I love. Sometimes I have a lot of fun with it too. It's like a sport. But yeah, I always want to ask people, what exactly are we doing? What do we get for being obese? Like I don't usually say the word obese, but what do we get for being fat? If I talk you into becoming fat, what's that person going to get? Nothing. Free drinks nowhere. No, just nothing. You know, I don't. It's stupid. It's a stupid concept. And those people are so pitiful. Can you imagine how sad their lives are? Can't be good.
Yeah, that's always the reason I try and encourage everybody on the team to hide and delete more than respond, because if that's the thing that gets them off for the day, God, we're sorry for them. Like, that's your joy? Ooh, okay, go forth. Um, but you know, every once in a while, just giving it back.
And I also think it's important to hit back at them. I won't say go super low, but low enough to where they feel you. Because I know for me personally, like being a person of size and my relationship with wellness, working out, and everything else was definitely tied to like my mental health and trauma that needed to be overcome. And me showing up and being more visible and living more enables me to take better care of myself. Me practicing radical self love leads to self care, which includes wellness activities and movement that help support my health journey. But when people make these gross assumptions about our way of life just because you're a person of size, like they need to be corrected. So usually if I'm not quick enough to get to them first and either block them or clap back, my community is so 10 toes down behind me that they definitely will. Which I love to see it. It's like, I'm gonna leave you to the wolves, bitch, because you deserve to be eaten right now.
Exactly. I love to do that too. I'm like, go for it, y'all. When I one day when I turned 50, I got an email from this person that said, "Die, you fat cunt," and it was lovely. And he was a realtor, and he had used his email from his real estate business. And so I just put the word out to my clan, you know, my group, my peeps, and said, "Hey, this guy." And then I didn't have to do anything else. They were just like, and he got eviscerated. And he sent me an email trying to apologize. Too late, motherfucker. Sorry.
I know that's
Yeah, what a
right.
crazy day that was. Whew, but yeah, my people went after him, and yeah, he has, please ask them to stop. I'm like, I have no control. So Morgan, you're also doing Torrid, I think. You're a partner with Target, I think. You have all kinds of things going on. I was talking to Morgie earlier about we both have done a video about the what do you call it? Form flex for your
Oh, the
period.
flex foam for
Flex
always.
them. I love those things. Although I don't have a uterus anymore, but when you get a little older, you have to wear them in case you sneeze. When you sneeze, you peas. So, but yeah, tell us about Torrid and Target and all that kind of fun stuff and what it's like, you know, partnering with them.
You know, one of my first like major partnerships was with Big Fig. Like I had done little odds and ends here and there, but I had so much fun creating for them that it made me want to put myself out there and aim to align myself with brands that share my core values too. And so Torrid was definitely one of them. And Reb Dolls is another one that I love because they're size inclusive. So they have anything that has a size extra small all the way up to a 6X or beyond is like in it for me. And I just wanted to expose my community to more options because ultimately my goal as a lifestyle creator is to just help my community improve their quality of life. There's been so many limitations placed on what we could do, we could wear, where we can go as people of size, and I just want to show my people what's possible. Um, And my partnerships and the companies I partner with definitely reflect that. And I love companies that value inclusivity. I love companies that allow me to be free to create and do, because I definitely was a bit, even though I'm really open with my sexuality with my platform, once Big Fig came to me with the Fat People Have Sex Too campaign, I was like, y'all really want me to get freaky like that? But I had so much fun, and I love that I get to just show up and really showcase my personality while also making an impact and promoting products that I love and I actually use. So it's been great. It's been highly rewarding as an entrepreneur. As we mentioned before, Crystal, in our pre-chat, well, I come from a background in marketing and commercial photography and film. So I typically was on the other side of the lens for years, capturing images for other people's companies and businesses. So now to be the talent in front of the camera as well, has definitely helped me grow more confidence in myself, as an individual and just as an entrepreneur, because I feel like I can do anything, and I'm just building up on my skills and creating more opportunity for myself and my businesses. So that's been wonderful.
I also love the little tune that's in that ad. I forget, it's like so cute, a little adorable little ting ting ting.
A little heart and soul. It's like the
Yes.
best
Oh,
ad. I hear
Yeah.
it when it comes on my phone. Morgie has the best. That was all Morgie's creative direction.
yeah, when I heard it, I had told my husband, I was like, I really need to film this ad for Big Fig. But I said the first one, I turned on, my smooth operator voice, and I was like, when we get on the Big Fig, it's going down. I said all these cute little like epithets and stuff. And so I said, I want something that's still playful and sexy for this second one, but more upbeat. And when I heard that, my mind just went to like on each beat, I feel like we just need to change sex positions, and it's going to be so quick that it's going to be magnetic, and people are going to want to watch it over and over and over again. And it's also just green enough to get past any like censors around like adult based content, because my first one I had on a low cut top. It was a bit more sexy, and TikTok kind of like dinged me for it. So I was like, okay, we got to find a way around all of this and still drive the message home. And it definitely resonated with so many people. So we had a lot of fun with that.
Y'all
Yeah.
did good. You did really good. It's so memorable and so fun, and like playful is the best word to describe that whole thing. And I think I might have seen another one today where you're in like a red chemise, maybe.
Oh yeah,
Is that
yeah.
new?
That hmm I
Mm-hmm.
think the theme for that one was To All a Good Night. I think that was the name for that campaign. And it wasn't about fat people having sex too, but I'm just such like a sex positive, sex driven person that it still had that era of sensuality. And in that particular Big Fig ad, like the Big Fig snuck into my room in the middle of the night, and it was almost as though I was having an illustrious affair with this mattress, and my partner ended up on the ground, complete with outfit changes, hair slinging in the wind. It was a whole thing, but actually that mirrored how I felt when Big Fig came into my life, because I was like, this mattress, baby, is just everything. Me and this mattress go together real bad.
Speaking of hair, first of all, of course, we all know that Black women's hair is just a whole topic all unto itself. But
Yes.
you got started by talking about and showing other people how to take care of their natural hair, right? Or
Yes. That's
and you
correct.
see you have a natural going on right now.
Yes,
It's
girl.
very pretty. And you were
Beautiful.
training, like helping your family and friends how to, because you have all kinds of beautiful hairstyles in those videos.
Thank you. I when I first came online way back in like 2014, I think it was,
Wow.
I started a YouTube channel called Girl with Kinks. And that was when the natural hair movement had really made a resurgence, because for a long time with Western beauty standards and stuff, Black women were relaxing their hair, which these relaxers, now we come to find out, they've been linked to certain cancers, fibroids, and other things, health issues related to it. So I just wanted to inspire other people with hair textures like mine, my family members, to embrace their natural hair and live a healthier lifestyle, and know that it's beautiful. And even if you weren't taught growing up how to take care of your natural curls, like, I'm here to hold your hand and walk you through that. So I stuck with that, and I did that for about 2 years. And then I decided I wanted to cut all my hair off because I'm impulsive like that. And so I was like, okay, the journey stops here. Take what you've learned. Because I'm ready to move on to the next thing. And then I kind of went dark offline again to focus on my other businesses, because back then I didn't really see myself as an influencer of sorts. I just wanted to be a natural hair advocate and a teacher. But it was full circle with me coming back online and doing what I'm doing now, because it definitely mirrors a lot that I was doing back then.
Morgie, did you see the Barbie movie?
I did see the Barbie movie. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah. I thought it was really
It-
great, but there was two things that kind of annoyed me. One is that Issa, the black president, has her hair relaxed. I was like, oh, it could have been really a great message if she had it more natural. But
Mhm.
I'm not here to say it's bad or wrong. I was a little disappointed in it because I would like to see that. And then
Seeing more natural textures represented for sure.
yeah, for sure. Just for the little girls out there, and little guys that everybody, yeah. Anyway, also that all the fat Barbies were very, very clothed, fully clothed, even on the beach. So they wasn't a lot of skin for the fat Barbies, but
Yeah.
it was still great. And like, I wasn't really interested in seeing it because I don't have a real great relationship with the Western beauty ideal either. And I was like, yeah. But then my friends told me, oh, it's pissing off conservative men. So I was like, I'm there. How do I get there? I couldn't get there fast enough.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Barbie movie. I will say that I found myself searching for bodies of size, so I thought it would be a bit more size inclusive. Or there was even one part that made me cringe when they made it seem like having cellulite was the worst thing in the world. I was just like, oh, that kind of turned my stomach a little bit. And even though y'all redeemed yourselves a little bit later, that was a bit like, but I mean, it's universal. You have women of size and smaller that struggle with cellulite. So I feel like it definitely could have been a bit more body positive or even like body neutral. But I guess one step at a time, society's trying to catch up.
Men get cellulite too, and also there were no fat Kens, but
There
it was still
wasn't.
great. It was wonderful. It was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Murph, you enjoyed it.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah. Same thing. I mean, there were little things that you can definitely pick out of
sure.
that. And,
Yeah,
I think you take the main theme was the patriarchy. And so
Yeah.
we start there and then we start to dismantle and we get to all the other things.
that's
Work our way
right. Damn
towards
it.
fat liberation eventually.
Eventually, Morgie, what's next for you?
What's next for me? I would say that I'm ready to lean all the way into sharing multiple aspects of my lifestyle. I took a step back briefly to kind of reassess my purpose and my why online, because I realized like I had made an impact, things were moving, opportunities were coming in, but I wasn't feeling that sense of fulfillment. So I wanted to make sure I was clear on the direction that I was going as a creator, because I feel like my purpose goes beyond just influencing people to purchase things. Like, I always want my platform to have purpose at the forefront, and I want my content to reflect that. So I'm working on some exciting projects that showcase those different aspects, getting back on my skincare bag, showing how I focus on my wellness, how I build communities and connect with people in real life, because I feel like it's so important for us to take connections that we build, whether online or other places, and bring them into the real life 4D. So that's my focus now, just making sure that I continue to push for fat liberation, and continue to promote content and companies that align with my core values as a creator.
Morgie, I see a podcast between you and Pierre together.
Oh, my
Be
husband's been
wonderful.
trying to get us to do a podcast for so long.
I
He
would love
has
to help
names
you.
and everything. Hey, Crystal, I will take you up on
Yeah,
that,
please
because
do.
I think we're overdue for long format. That's what I would say. That's one thing that's that I didn't talk about because I'm nervous about it. I've never like engaged in long format content for a continuous amount of time because even when I did YouTube videos, they were under 5 minutes. So I would definitely be interested in doing that because I have a lot to talk about and a lot to say. And this hour came up on us quick. So I
Right?
was
I
just like,
know.
oh, I'm not ready.
I know. You two would be great together on the podcast. I think it would be, I mean, I don't know you that well, but I get the sense that it would be awesome.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for the encouragement, girl.
Sure, sure. Like I just, we've done it. I've done it a couple of times now, so I'm happy to help any way I can. But so
Hold on,
Lindsay
I have a
and
question.
oh, sure, go ahead, Murph.
So same thing for Lindsay. You talked a little bit about, the consortium that meets and talks about the different fat issues. What's next for Big Fig?
Yeah, so our next kind of real focus with the collective is we're going to finally have an in-person meeting coming up here in the fall. And one of the things I love about these meetings, they've been virtual. We've recorded all of them, but you get the talking head screens, right? So we've kept them internal, but we talk about all of these things like fat people having sex and um, the inability for body neutrality on public transportation because you have to be aware of your size when these seats are so restrictive. And we just kind of have all of these things that have conversations that have nothing to do with the business. We talk business, but then we branch out and we have these real discussions, right? Because as a company, we want to understand our full audience because like myself, not being plus size, I don't live that experience and I want to understand it because I'm here to help and broaden the experience how I can. So we're going to bring everybody in house. We're going to do it in person and we're going to film these conversations and then we're going to put them up on social media and YouTube and kind of invite the world to come join these conversations with us. And then we're going to keep doing it. Our goal is we've made a great mattress. We're introducing it to people. And now as a company, we want to do more and we want to do better in that sort of corporate social responsibility space and just keep inching it forward, right? Dismantling the stigma around having these conversations, eviscerating the trolls who think they get to have an opinion on why this isn't something they want to be a part of. Cool, stay out of the conversation. That's where we're going as a company.
I love that. That's really great to hear.
Fat people have been around since the beginning of time. I mean, we're not going away, and yeah, anytime soon. So they need to
We have
get
lots
over
of
it.
money to spend on lots of things. So if you
So much
accommodate
money.
us, right? If
I
you
just
accommodate us, we will spend our money gladly.
I just think of all the art out there. You go back and you look at Roman and Venetian
Venus.
art that are these bold, beautiful, shapely bodies that are being celebrated in freaking marble stone.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere that was not beautiful, like what happened?
Yeah, and there's that other thing that comes up a lot, which is thin people also feel like they're morally superior because they are thin, and then the exercise, it just gets to be on and on and on and on. It gets so tedious and boring. I think if you can't see beauty in every human, I feel sorry for you, honestly. That's sad.
Yeah.
All humans are beautiful. And so, as I was about to say, we like to end our interviews learning about your favorite sex toy since this is such a sex positive interview tonight. Morgie, let's start with you. What are your favorite sex toys, and what about Pierre? Does he have any?
So I'll say the one that we use as a couple was like a little ring, but that's not accessible right now. But my personal favorite, and it's gonna look crazy as fuck. It is this right here. So this is a muscle massage gun that I feel like they explicitly say don't use on anything but your muscles. But when I tell you that the power on this thing will get you there so fast, I'm like, my husband already knows when he hears it, oh, it's going down. Do not disturb. I'll be out in 20 seconds. And my other one is this toy that I got from Balesa. It's this little CU shaped and it has like the suction on one side and like the little vibrator on the other, 8 different settings. It's a whole lot of fun. But honestly, the one I reach for the most is that massage gun, and it's great.
I was thinking about getting one because my day job makes my arms really hurt. And I was like, I
It's
get
good for that too.
my massager, like my
Yeah.
Hitachi one, my back massager. Morgie, who makes that orange one that you were showing us?
It's a company called Bellessa,
Hmm.
Bellessa. And I believe that they also make like adult films like geared towards like women and
Cool.
yeah.
Nice.
It's the type that kind of clips onto your vulva in a way so that part of it's on your clitoris and part of it's on your G spot.
This one, this goes inside, or that's what they recommend, and this one can suction on the clitoris. But sometimes I'll stretch it out
Yeah.
and then just use this part on the clit. If I'm, it just depends on my mood, because sometimes I don't want to deal with all that, you know. And I think that's why I also like this one a little bit better, because the handle like just makes it easy. It's easier to use, you know.
Yeah.
Once I get the stroking motion going, it just it does it all.
I bought a muscle gun just for my lower back, and my husband was like, "Oh, hey," and I said, "What are you talking about? Like, this is a muscle gun," and he's like, "We have very different feeds, Murph."
It's so good. And also, I still use it for post exercise. They have different head attachments, ball attachment, you know, poker attachments. It's all kinds of fun stuff. So I encourage you to explore it. It has multiple purposes.
That's a
Just
good.
don't turn up the power too high.
True.
Don't want to break your pelvis. Oh, gosh.
Crystal, if you're talking, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
I would said, yeah, don't break your clitoris. That would be bad. It's a great toy. What about
All
you,
right.
Lindsay?
I feel so much less interesting because my bag of tricks is sort of simple, but I am, shocker, a type A control freak. I run a marketing department, so give me a pair of handcuffs all day and I'm a happy girl, because if I'm not in control for once, that's delightful. So my husband, that's the one time he's allowed to be just real in charge. So handcuffs for this girl.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fun.
We've had that discussion before, though, of like, when you're just all you want is for somebody else to make the decision, be in control, handle, we're all powerful women. We all got stuff to do. And so to be able to come home and just be like, I don't have to make any decision. You're going to tell me what to do. Like, yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Decision fatigue is a real thing for me.
Oh, yeah.
I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, baby, sometimes it's okay. You can tell me what to do. Just make sure you're informed before doing it. But you can tell me what to do.
We have an upstairs and a downstairs here at my house. So there's certain things we do downstairs and that we don't do upstairs. But it's all open to negotiation. So, Lindsay, tell everybody where people can find more information about your products. And I know there's a Labor Day sale coming up. So this will definitely get published before Labor Day. So tell us more.
Yes, we're running Labor Day right now. We'll be doing an extension past the holiday. But right now we're $400 off the mattress. That's kind of our best deal we ever do. And we are an online only company, so.com. I encourage everyone to come read the reviews. We've got thousands of real user reviews, like Morgie's, people out here testing. And then our social channels are a great place to just ask people questions. Our community is so engaged. They will answer your questions. Our customer support team is managing that Big Fig account. They will answer the technical questions, the silly questions. And the best way I've heard it phrased yet is, will this mattress handle taking my wife to headboard heaven? And yes, sir, it will.
I have a page that has 500,000 followers, and this topic comes up a lot. And I'll say, okay, everybody wants to know what's your favorite mattress, and then everybody starts giving their input, and everybody has a lot of opinions about mattresses. And a lot of people say Big Fig; they swear by it.
Yeah, the people that get one sleep on one. It's a loyal group, and we make it easy to give us a test drive. We do a 120-night sleep trial, so you gotta give yourself a solid 2 weeks. It's like going to the chiropractor. You hurt like the next day or so as everything kind of realigns and you get that support. So night one is usually, like Morgie said, she cried, and I was like, ooh, why? Because it does like take a second to get everything realigned.
Well, my car was positive though. Like it didn't take long for me, and maybe I was sleep deprived, but I was in heaven though. It was good.
Well, that support is something people miss and they don't realize how disjointed their bodies become. So we let everyone try it for that 120 nights, and a lot of people just keep it because it's working for them.
What about you, Morgie? What's up? Should we tell everybody where they can find you, first of all?
Oh, well, you can find me across all major social platforms as at Morgie Mone. That name is Stan. MorgieMone.com is my website where you can see what I'm up to. But if you want to see the latest, catch me on the socials. And yeah, you'll see me posting content weekly.
Wonderful. Murph, do we have anything else we need to announce to people? I know we're going to do a Does Size Matter giveaway soon from Liberator, or one of our sponsors.
Yeah. No, I don't think that there's anything other than if people want to send us a message, they can at sexy@bigsexychat.com. And I think we've been trying to really beef up our socials. So if people want to follow us there, it's at BigSexyChat at Facebook, Instagram, Threads. What
Yeah.
else am I missing? Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it.
YouTube.
TikTok.
We're not really doing TikTok because we kept getting taken down.
Taken down a lot because of
Sex
not
toys.
only plus size, but talking about sex toys.
Yeah.
Whatever. Thanks,
Yeah,
Murph.
I'm trying to work with the social media platforms as a partner. Like I partner with Meta and with TikTok, and I'm constantly talking about them unfairly targeting sex positive conversations and creators of size, and conflating it with pornography. And
Yeah.
because it's not that there's anything wrong with sex work, but it is different. So
And their bots see a lot of extra flesh and they think porn. And so a lot of our stuff gets tagged or taken down or shadow banned because we have more flesh. And so their bots go, oh, this must be porn. No, all the important parts are covered there. Zuck.
Just a big girl in a thong.
Thank you. Lots of people love that. All right. Well, I really appreciate both of you coming on with us and telling us all about the Big Fig Mattress, bigfigmattress.com, morgiemone.com. We'll put both of these in our show notes. And I'm just going to say, see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Give a kiss, goldfish.
Not too soon, raccoon.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you both so much.